throat feels so terrible. But like not in like a sick kind of way, kind of like dry, need some food to go down it type of way. As you saw, I just went to the gym. I just got back from the gym. This is actually my first time going to the gym since probably August. I think that was the last time I stepped foot in the gym. Just because it was like, once school started for me, the gym was just like out of my brain. I was just like, it was just out of my brain cells. I was like, wait. We're already in We're in February. What was I doing last semester? Time just really just like caught up to me and I'm like, wait, August? We're about to be in spring. Like, why am I thinking I'm still in fall semester? Anyways, so I haven't been in the gym since August. I decided to make a return today. I don't know how frequently I wanna go. I really wanted to go today just because I've been feeling groggier and just like lacking energy and lacking strength. And I feel like it's just because I haven't been getting in the minimal cardio that I normally get in the gym. Like my 30-minute walk really does help sustain a little bit of like lack of asthma for me. Last night I was craving it and I was like, okay, this is the first time in literally months upon months that I've been craving to go in the gym and hop on the treadmill and do a little walk. Like I gotta listen to it and it felt good. Like I feel great. I need to figure out how I want to work into my routine. Today's my day off from school and I have 2 days off from school. So like maybe I can work up to getting like in the gym 2 days a week. I know that's nothing. Like I know that's nothing. You can't have high expectations with me, like you really can't. So 2 days a week maybe could be good. Like on my days off, Mondays and Wednesdays, like I hit the gym. The only thing I want to do right now and for the entirety of the day is read. Okay, all I wanna do is sit on the couch, sit in my bed, sit in a chair, and just read. The book that I'm reading right now is so good, but this isn't a reading video. Reading video is coming at a later time. I made my little to-do list. It's kind of like wonky. It's like not very detailed, but I'm checking off gym because I went to the gym. Then I have to do my laundry. I have to clean like the kitchen, take out trash, recycle, sort recycle, kind of clean my bathroom a little bit, nothing too crazy like. And then I need to organize my school notes for a certain class because I have a quiz tomorrow. So I just want to make sure I have everything prepared for that. And then I have to do my homework. Yeah, at the end of the to-do list, I put annotate books. It's not like entirely productive, but to me it's productive. I haven't had the chance to like annotate my books and they're just sitting there, not annotated. So if I finish everything by the end, then I can take the time later today or tonight or something and start annotating my books. But like, that's not like a necessity because it's not really that productive. But anyways, welcome to Casa El Messiness. This is my pile of laundry overflowing, which is why I need to do it. I especially need to wash my sheets. I wanna wash these and then just put them right back on because I love these little floral, like I just love the little cutesy girly sheet vibe that I got going on. I wanna find more cute aesthetic bed sheets and like a cute aesthetic duvet cover. I mean, I know duvet covers are so expensive. That's why I'm like, boo. I want like a cute pattern one. Like I'm kind of tired of just like the basic cream. Then I'll probably like tidy up my room. The thing about my room is just like, it always looks a mess because it's just so teensy. If there's one thing on the floor, it's just gonna look a wreck. As time goes on, the more I'm starting to think like I might need a traditional bookshelf. Cause like I have this, right? We know that this exists and I love this thing. Like it's so cute. Oh, look at me there. Anyways, it's so cute. Like, you know, it's just very art deco, whatever. It's not like made for like sorting books. Like it's just made to look cute, but there's no organization here. There's no sorting here. My physical TBR is mixed in with regular books. I'm thinking like maybe here I could put a bookshelf, but like, do you see how little space that is? Like my door opens there. That means that bookshelf would have to be like teensy. What I could do is I could switch this dresser and get a tall dresser to go in that corner, like facing that way, and then put like a bookshelf more that way. I don't know. Like I've just been thinking that because it's like, of course I had to put that stack over there and then I'm like, this stack is starting here and I don't even know what this stack is. It's just like a sad excuse to put all of my favorite books just like sitting there with this clutter on my dresser. So anyways, that was just my thought process where I'm like, I want a bookshelf, but like I don't think I can do a bookshelf with this big dresser, and I think I would have to switch it to something else. I just realized I haven't had my chai for the day. And that's probably why I'm like my throat is just like off because I'm like, I haven't had hot liquid for the day. I cleared the sink, cleared the dishwasher, did the drying rack, did that. I need to like wipe down the counter more and then clean the stovetop. But I'm like, if I'm gonna make breakfast, I might as well make my breakfast before I finalize all of my cleaning. Because I'm gonna make a quick waffle. I made these banana waffles yesterday. So bust. Like, I don't know why I've never done this before. Like, I would always just like make waffles specifically, like only put the bananas on top. But like pancakes, for some reason, I'm like, okay, yeah, like bananas go in the pancake mix. Like when you're making pancakes, you put bananas in them. But for the waffles, I was like, no. And I'm like, I think waffles are 10 times better than pancakes. But let me know what you think. I just think that like waffles just feel and taste so much more moist. Like I feel like pancakes can be dried out so easily and they could just get very like dry. You know what I'm saying? Like dry, chewy, like not the vibes. Versus waffles, I feel like are just always very fluffy. And nobody asked for a dissertation on this, but like that's just my thoughts. Waffles or pancakes? I'm gonna go with waffles. If pancakes had to disappear and I could only have waffles, I realistically would be fine with that. Also, it's like good because I buy these bananas and it's like so hard. Like I really don't like eating bananas at this stage. I had to bite into this just like raw. I would gag. Like it's just like not, it just tastes so bad to me. Every time I want to buy bananas, it's just like I buy them green, but they get brown so fast. So I'm like, what do I do with them once they get brown? So I feel like this is a good use of me not wasting my money. I just realized like my headband was sliding back this whole time and I looked ridiculous. I made my tea. I'm waiting for her to cool. And then I'm also waiting for the stovetop to cool so that I can spray that down, wipe that down, clean that. And then I have to get into, what do I have to do after? I still have that first load that I put in the wash still going, so I can't switch it out yet. I guess I'll have to start with my schoolwork. Which I'm like really not looking forward to doing. I'm really not trying to do, but I'll do it. It's only 12, which is like good. Like I'm making good time and I don't want to like procrastinate and start just like lollygagging, you know? But as I wait for my tea to cool so I can take a little bit of some sips, I feel like we need to give like a quick pop culture update because I haven't talked pop culture with you guys in a while and there's been some massive things that have happened. Starting off, we had the Super Bowl. It was a few days ago. Today is actually Valentine's Day. Today is Valentine's Day and I'm spending the entire day alone in the home cleaning. But I'm vibing. Like, I'm vibing. I completely forgot it was Valentine's Day and I'm just like, anyways, it's Valentine's Day. We had the Super Bowl on Sunday. I was rooting for the 49ers. I know nothing about football, but I was rooting for the 49ers. I like to root for the underdog, and I like to pick and choose. Like, I like to decide that I know someone's entire personality. Something about Brock Purdy, quarterback for the 49ers. He's just so young. He's just so young and adorable, and I just wanted him to win, especially because they were saying that he was the last pick. Like, he was like the last pick. Like, nobody wanted him. Like, nobody wanted him. And then, like, somebody picked him last. And, like, now he's at the Super Bowl. So, like, I was rooting for the 49ers all the way through. And then, obviously, I We didn't win. That was the most entertaining Super Bowl I've ever watched. I've never actually been into the Super Bowl because I really don't know what's going on. Like, I really never know what's going on. I try so hard to understand football, and it's like I love going to college football games because just like the energy, the vibes, the screaming of it all. I love it, but I'm so confused, and I kept having to ask questions, and I kept being like, okay, well, like, why did they stop? Like, why can they kick? Like, it's just, there's so much. And you know what? I applaud football players for remembering all the rules of their game while playing, because I would get so distracted. What do you mean I could stop the game and like kick, and I don't have to like run the game into the goal? I could just kick it. If I run it into the goal, then I can also go back and then run it again. Like, there's just so many rules. So I was like on a roller coaster because like we were going up, up, up. We were vibing. I was like getting cocky. I was like, yeah, we winning. And then overtime. So I was heavily disappointed, but simultaneously that disappointment lasted, like, I would say like a good 45 minutes until I realized that I completely misunderstood the Beyonce Verizon ad. I watched the Beyonce Verizon ad, and I was just shell-shocked by the fact that Beyonce was on my television. I was just shell-shocked by the fact that Beyonce was in an ad. Beyonce in an ad? Like, do we know how crazy that is? Like, first of all, Verizon, how could you afford Beyonce? Like, imagine somebody being able to afford Beyonce. And secondly, it's just like Beyonce an ad. Like, Beyonce could buy her own ad space for the Super Bowl. Like, it's nothing. She could be like it could have been Jay-Z's like Valentine's Day gift. Like, you'd be like, yeah, Beyonce, like, I'll buy you ad space for the Super Bowl. Like, a calm 7 million is nothing. So I was baffled. Like, and I was just sitting there stunned. Obviously, she looked stunning, and I was more focused on that. Like, I couldn't necessarily really hear what she was saying. So I missed the whole part where she said, drop the music. I missed that. And I just moved on with the rest of the game, with the rest of my night, and had no clue that the entire internet was just shaken up. And then after the game, after I'm like, you know, scrolling through social media, like watching all the Chiefs celebrate, and I'm just so sad because Brock Purdy is crying and hugging his coach, and I'm like, oh, like my guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll do better next time. And then I just see Beyonce new music, and I'm like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? So immediately ran to Spotify, and it was there. Like, I thought it was a prank. It was there, and I was like, 2 hours ago. Like, it said 2 hours ago. I was 2 hours late. 2 hours late. I'm sure you've heard the new music. Okay, we got 2 new songs and an album release day. March 29th, right? March? Yeah, March 29th, I believe. First of all, country. Okay, country, but more so folk, okay? Because, like, I don't want to sound like a fake band. I love folk pop. Like, give me a little guitar, a little like Noah Kahan vibe, a Hosier vibe. Like, I love that. Like, I eat that up. That's like literally my favorite genre. And it's very close to country. It's like the sister of country music. So I really get down with country music too. We're getting an entire country album. And listen, I loved Renaissance. I love house. I love house music. Like, I love a little dance. I eat house music up. But I wasn't like as inclined to really like vibe with the Renaissance album, just because, like, you know, I wasn't fully there. The songs were phenomenal, but like I wasn't fully there. I wasn't fully like into like paying all of that money to go to the concert. Let me go on Amazon, buy me a cowboy hat and some cowboy boots, and buy my dang Beyonce tickets. Because I'm gonna be up in that pit, line dancing and country Hobokening to some Beyonce country music, okay? Texas Hold'em. What is it? Was it Texas Hold'em back or Texas Hold'em? Texas Hold'em. By far, the favorite song I've heard of Beyonce so far. And I know that's gonna get a lot of flack. But listen, y'all, I like what I like. And I like happy country music. I love happy country music. Like that intro with the guitar. Like, oh! I listened to it like 3 times that one night, fell asleep listening to it, replay. When she hits that note and she's like, ooh. Like, it, phenomenal. If the rest of the album is literally anything like that experience, I don't know, like, mentally how I'm gonna do. Like, I don't know mentally how I'm gonna, like, fathom. 16 carriages, oh, so good too, so good too. Like, I prefer a happier vibe, but 16 Characters is just so gorgeous, beautiful. And I was listening to it today in the gym, and then I was like, realized that Spotify posted the lyrics for it, and I was like, period. Because like, I really never be understanding lyrics. And I was reading the lyrics, and I was like, oh my God, like, this is so sad. Like, she's talking about like, you know, having to leave home at 15 and like provide for her family. And I was like, wow, this is deep. This is deep. I am beyond excited, and I'm not like a #1 Beyonce fan. Obviously, I can recognize a queen when a queen needs to be recognized. Okay, like I can recognize a queen when a queen needs to be recognized. Okay, and I know Beyonce is a queen. Do I know like everything about her birthday, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, am I like a Beehive stan? No, but I recognize a queen, and I recognize an artiste when an artiste is at work. She is at work with this one. She is at work. And I love that now, like, whenever she's in public, she's always in a cowboy hat. Always in a cowboy hat. Like, it's time for me to get my cowboy hat. That was just wild. And the fact that she announced it in a Verizon ad was just so baffling. How did I feel about the Usher halftime show? Honestly, Usher is a phenomenal performer. Usher is probably one of the best male performers. Okay, his stage presence, immaculate. His dance moves really, you know, get the girls grooving. Like, they're really groovy. It obviously wasn't my fave because like we had Rihanna last year. So it's like, it's not his fault because like you can't go up against Rihanna. Okay, like, it's like, that's not his fault. He tried his best. So I would say like I was in the middle about it. I wasn't like, I was a bit confused with the guests. And when we started playing like Turn Down for What, I was confused. I was confused by that one. But, you know, Usher himself, singular, solo, was a vibe. My second and last pop culture updates is, I've been kind of mentioning in like my past videos that I started watching this season of The Bachelor, okay, Joey's season, and I started watching it because Joey is pretty fine. That man is fine. He looks good. All right, so I started watching The Bachelor for that because I was like, I want to see what he's about. Like, I feel like this might be my favorite Bachelor. And this season, I'm eating it up. I came for Joey, and I'm staying for Queen Maria. Okay, if you're not watching The Bachelor, you like don't understand, and like you could like skip forward, but like just give me 2 seconds of your time, okay? I'm just like, why does everybody have a problem with Maria? Why does everybody have a problem with Maria? And it's really giving jealousy. Cause like I see it. Like, I see why you would be insecure sitting in a room next to Maria. I see why you would be insecure. First of all, Fitz always eat down. She singularly made me seek out those like Instagram pages for The Bachelor where they post like the girls' outfits. Singularly, I followed because every time I see her on my screen, I applause. And I'm just like, I can tell that ABC went into this wanting to make her the villain. Like, they wanted her to be the villain of the season so bad. But like, the public is not with it because we could recognize real. Real can recognize real. And it's just like, she's just saying what we all would say. She's speaking her truth. And these girls are haters, and they're weird. They're all like weird vibes. Very much weird vibes. Like, the girls are very much weird vibes this season. Like, everybody is giving like shady, fake, would probably push me off a cliff. Like, very shady, very weird. I'm waiting for Monday. I'm like tuned into Mondays because I need to know what's going on. I need Jess to go. I need Leia to go. Who else needs to go? The girls gotta go. That Sydney drama was just, I was just confused why this was even real. Like, she was actually like, I'm like, those situations are so confusing on The Bachelor, where it's like you got one girl that's like being like, oh yeah, she's bullying me, and the other girl's like, I never bullied you. I'm like, we could roll the tapes. Like, let's roll the tapes. And it's like, I understand production wants to make things interesting and wants to drag things out, but like, if I was trying to find love, I would want to see the tapes. And I would want to see that this crazy lady Sydney is like making stuff out of the woo-za. Because Maria ain't bullied nobody. Maria ain't bullied nobody ever. I'm tuned in. It's good. If you're not watching it, I do suggest watching it. Okay, I do suggest watching it. I kind of want to go on The Bachelor, man. Like, I just kind of want to go on The Bachelor. Like, obviously, like, I can't. Like, I'm a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 21. Like, really looking at it, like, they're all like, well, I guess because like Joey's 28. Joey's 28, so it's like they range. I think the youngest is 23, and she's annoying. Like, she's nothing to do with her age. She's just annoying personally. Leia, she's gotta go. she's gotta go. But they range from like 23 to like 31. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a comforting feeling that when in doubt, you know what I'm saying? Like, if love doesn't work out, if I don't have my meet cute in a bookstore where we reach for the same book and then I pull back and then he pulls back and then he's like, oh, sorry, like, you take it. And then I'm like, oh, like, no, it's okay, like, you take it. And he's like, well, actually, like, if that doesn't happen, I'm like, okay, like, when I turn, like, 28, I'll go on The Bachelor or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just go on The Bachelor. If The Bachelor is good, part of me is like, oh, I could have been 28 now. I would have gone on The Bachelor for Joey. Okay, like, I'm gonna be so real with y'all. I'm gonna be so real with y'all. I'm gonna be so real and realistic and real with y'all. If I was of age, and if I had any business dating a 28-year-old, which I don't at 21, so if I was like 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, I would have applied. I would have looked at that man and put in my application. So, when in doubt, go on The Bachelor. That was it. That was my update. If you're not watching The Bachelor, you don't care, but I do suggest starting to watch it because it's just so good. It's just so good. Maria's good. I need us all to petition ABC to make Maria the Bachelorette. I don't think they're gonna do it. I think they're gonna make Daisy the Bachelorette because I don't think Joey's gonna pick Daisy. I also don't think he's gonna pick Maria. I think he's gonna pick either Jen. He's in love with that girl. He's in love with Jen. He loves Jen bad. It's either Jen, Caitlyn A, or Caitlyn T, Caitlyn A, or Rachel. Those are my three. Those are who I think is gonna be the final three. But it's definitely not gonna be Maria. She's just too much for him to handle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he can't give it back to her. He can't give it back to her, and I think they both recognize that it's probably not each other. But I really do need Maria as the Bachelorette. I really do need that. So if we could just send letters to ABC and ask them, please, let's do that. Started with like the schoolwork of it all. It's making me sleepy. I'm gonna start with the easiest thing, which is organizing my notebooks. Basically what happened was I didn't realize, like, I was trying to figure out which color was to which subject because I only wanted to take 2 notebooks to school, but I needed to divide which 2 subjects are going with the notebooks, and then I kind of didn't stick with it, even though. Where are my notes from the first day? I actually have no clue where those are. I don't think there's any notes in these because I don't think I brought these. Yeah, there's no notes in this. And there's no notes in this. So I guess I just didn't take notes on the first day of one of my classes, which is so great because now I have a quiz. Tomorrow I have a quiz in my Black Studies class. Basically, it's the one with the really long name. It's called Black Political Identities in a Transnational Context. And I have my first quiz for that tomorrow, but my teacher said it's only gonna be like 10 questions, multiple choice, online, on Zoom. So I'm pretty sure that means it's open note. It's online, we're on Zoom. It's open note. So I'm just like making sure my notes are pretty organized, but I was taking pretty detailed notes yesterday when we had class. So I feel like I'm pretty good to go. He said it's just gonna be on like yesterday's class, and I wanted my notes from like the first day, the first few days of class, just in case he like added that in, but apparently I didn't take notes the first few days of class. I don't know what I was doing. Maybe I was like twiddling my thumbs. But yesterday's lecture was like really interesting. I'm like starting to enjoy this class more as like he's getting into starting to really teach new stuff. It was like the first like few like 3 classes, I feel like he was like getting into the groove, and we were like still doing like introductions, and he wasn't really like talking about super new and like in-depth stuff, but like yesterday he went in depth about one of the ancient African empires. It's called the the Ghana Empire, and then we're also learning about basically like the Sahara Desert and how after climate change kind of formed the Sahara Desert, and as Africans started like migrating northwest, all of these different places, and then once the Sahara Desert kind of like solidified, and then you kind of couldn't, it was like hard to cross it, so like the people in the north kind of stayed in the north, and then the people in the south stayed in the south, and the people in the north were able to, what was the word called? I feel like he's definitely gonna put this word on the test. Cultural diffusion. Those in Northern Africa were able to practice cultural diffusion and trade with other Asian countries. But then yesterday we were discussing how the North Africans finally made their journey down past the Sahara Desert and then arrived in like, he said like the Sudan. I'm really bad with maps. I'm confused by the geography, but luckily he's not testing us on the geography. I'll just have to ask them about that because I'm confused. He was talking about how the people in the north, they went south. I believe they went never east. I believe they went south. That's what he said. Now I'm second guessing myself. Like I was so confident telling you my little story. But anyway, so they went down, they passed the Sahara Desert. They found this empire called the Ghana Empire, but like it wasn't called, the people of the Ghana Empire were called the 𝐶𝐮𝐬𝐢𝐧𝐞𝐬𝐢 people. There's a lot going on. When they got there, the people from North Africa got there, they were like so taken aback and like in awe because people of the Ghana Empire had so much of an abundance of gold. They were able to source gold really easily, so like they just had an abundance of gold, and the people in Northern Africa didn't have, like, gold was not easy to come by, and they were also interacting with the Europeans, and the Europeans were like, we built our entire economy on gold, so we really need this gold. People of the Ghana Empire had it. They had the gold. So then the North Africans, like, you know, the people of the Ghana Empire was like, yeah, take some gold. Here's some gold. And then the North Africans, because they had such like a connection to the Sahara Desert, then they had a strong ability to mine salt. I don't know why I'm describing this, but anyway, so they were mining the salt. That's what they were trading with the people of the Ghana Empire. They were trading salt for gold, and then more people started to find out that these people of the Ghana Empire had gold, so more people wanted to come and trade with them, and they became a very wealthy, very powerful empire. Made the kingdom of Ghana very powerful, and then it was like, you know what happens in history. So some of the North Africans got greedy, and they decided to invade the Ghana Empire, and they won. And then this brought an end to the Ghana Empire. The royal family fled, but then the North Africans realized they didn't know how the heck the people of the Ghana Empire were actually getting the gold. They didn't think to ask that question. How did you actually get the gold? The entire empire ended up falling because they didn't know how to get the gold that was actually keeping the thingy up. I don't know why I'm trying to act like a historian, but like I was very intrigued. I was very entertained, and I learned a lot yesterday, so I enjoyed that. So I think I'm like pretty good for the quiz if it's really just on yesterday's lecture, because I was like tuned in. I really enjoyed that aspect. I really hope that the class continues to be like that, because it's just like so frustrating and it's like tiresome. You're in middle school, you're in high school, like all of their like public schooling, and it's like, okay, Black History Month, let's talk about slaves, and I'm like, shut up. Stop speaking. Stop speaking. Like, I get it. Like, I've been hearing about the transatlantic slave trade since I was like 3 years old. It's the only thing you guys can tell me I could be. You're like, okay, yeah, you were born a slave. Black people just started from slavery. I'm like, just stop. It's really annoying. It's really annoying. And then you take a week. To discuss the transatlantic slave trade and still make it so Eurocentric. You're like, well, yeah, the Europeans were also trading like spaces on the same ships that they were trading non-consenting people in terrible conditions. Yeah, they were also like trading like sugar. Like, it's so annoying that it's anytime I want to learn about my history of my ancestry, it starts when my freedom ended. But I'm like, my ancestor could have been the king of the Ghana Empire, the most powerful empire of this time that was shelling out gold. Everybody needed this man. Everybody needed this man for his gold, okay? We were kings and queens and empires and the strongest people on earth, but no, we want to start the history lesson when we got on the ship. It's just weird to be in my homegirls. It's weird to be in my homegirls, and I'm very much over it. So I think I'm already enjoying this. We started off the first part of class like learning about, you know, how human origins of course comes from Africa and Lucy and that evolution, and I'm just like, period. Y'all would be nothing without Africa. Y'all would be nothing without Africa. Okay? Everybody would be nothing without Africa. So I think my notes are fine. As for my homework, let me open up my Blackboard. I probably need to do my reading for Principles of Marketing. For my Intro to Computers class, I think I have like a project due. That Intro to Computers class is it's really weighing on me, man. It's like not hard, it's just like very tedious. Very tedious, especially because basically it's like teaching us how to use like Word and Excel, and I have a Mac. Like I think I can get all of those things on my Mac. I just haven't done it yet. So I'm like, I've been having to do the homework assignment in the library and like waiting to do it. I don't know, like if I check the assignment and it's something that's gonna take, well, can you let me log in? Thank you. If the assignment is too intense, let's check what the assignment is. Intro to Computer. I have a quiz? Oh. I have a quiz next week? Oh. When do I have a quiz? Oh, no, I have a quiz in 2 weeks. And it's in class, so that will not be open note. Yay. What do I have to make? Oh, I have to make a resume and cover letter. That's easy enough. I could do that in Word. Okay, what do I do first? I think I'm gonna put on I saw this Bachelor podcast of somebody interviewing Joey. Like a podcast, and they're like interviewing Joey. So I'm gonna put this on while I do this worky work, and we'll get this done.
Back in like early August, it was around that time, so whatever that math is, that was about my timeline.
Okay, because the thing that I think people find interesting is how fast people heal from these heartbreaks, because like in real life, it took me.
Some momentum. It's currently 4 o'clock. First of all, can we just give a round of applause that it's 4 o'clock and the sun is still shining in my apartment? Okay, we still got daylight. Yeah, I'm losing momentum. I just spent the past, girl, it's probably been 45 minutes on TikTok. I ended up on Bachelor TikTok just seeing everybody's combos because I'm like really in it. I'm like really in it. Finished my work that I needed to do. I'm like I know I put cleaning my bathroom on that list, and I really want to take it off that list. That's so ridiculous. I don't want to do that. This is what happens when like I procrastinate and like I'm home and I'm like, okay, like I guess I just make a snack. I'll make a snack and I'll get back to it. I think I gotta switch the laundry again. Then I gotta start folding my laundry.
Yeah, I was even looking at the camera. I was like looking straight out that day. There's a lot of stuff on there.
And Charity's by Chicago is like,
You don't get to see that side, you just get to see him grilling me, but that shit was probably one of the best things for our relationship.
how has the rest of your family reacted to it? Because I mean, being a contestant is one thing. Your family doesn't really need to be involved unless you make it to the end, which you did make it to the end. But now, being the lead, like they could want your family involved in certain things. They may want them on the show talking or doing whatever. So How did that conversation go with them?
They're veterans. They're we did the hometown package before, and I'm like, oh, you guys so much. You're liking this.
There's nothing I hate more on this earth than writing an email. That's definitely an exaggeration. Like, there's definitely things that I hate more on this earth. Writing an email is definitely, she's high on the list. I hate everything about email. I hate how the desktop looks. I hate how the application looks. I hate the formality of email, having to use punctuation when communicating. Like, I already have social anxiety speaking to people face to face, but like something about an email is just like 20 times worse. Like, it's just so, it takes me 15 to 45 minutes to respond to one email because I rewrite it at least 20 times. Some people may be like, yeah, like of course you rewrite it. It's like normally like responses that should be, thank you, have a good day, have a good one. Or like, yes, I can do that, have a good one. Those take me like 30 minutes because I'm like, do I end it looking forward to hearing back? Do I start it off with happy Friday? I don't know, and I don't like it, and I hate emails, and they just give me anxiety. But it's like I've developed a bad habit because I know that I just hate email so much that I'm like terrible at opening up my email, terrible at opening it up. And it's like that time of day when I have to force myself to open up my email is always my least favorite. It's always my least favorite just because I know it's like I don't, like, what is it? I feel like it's like the formality of email that's just like, ugh. Like, it just makes me not want to respond because I'm like, all of a sudden I'm writing a dissertation. I don't know. So like, that's what I've been sitting here for 35 minutes trying to formulate a sentence response to an email that like literally requires, no, it's literally like, it's as if somebody asked you like, did you hand in your homework? Like, I'm gonna get my dinner ready. I have to thaw my meat. I have to thaw my ground pork. I'm like really behind on my meals. Like my box, my HelloFresh box, new box for the week just came. And I still have like 3 meals that I didn't make. What have well, I did have like a lot of like Super Bowl leftovers. So like I wasn't cooking at all this week. Wow. Let me get my pork and mind my business. My beef, chicken, pork. There we go. It was on 1%, but while I wait for that to thaw, it'll probably take like an hour or so. I'm gonna read, okay? Finally part of the day that I can read. I'm not getting to my bathroom. That's not happening today. It's just not happening. I already feel like I did like, you know, a good amount of productivity. I checked out basically my entire to-do list. I didn't check off annotating the books because I honestly don't feel like doing that either. I just want to sit here and read and wait for my meat to thaw and then cook my dinner. And then once I cook my dinner, there's like a new Netflix show that's come out. So like maybe I'll watch the first episode and then get back to reading. We'll see. I'll update you. But as for right now, I'm going to find my speaker, turn that on, play my music, read my book. I just have to say, I feel like I realized the irony in the fact that I completely forgot it was Valentine's Day. And I spent the entire day alone, and now I'm sitting here in bed, my sheets in the washing machine being cleaned, sitting with my back pillow, reading a romance book, and kicking in my feet and giggling to fictional men. And I'm just like, I realize the irony in that, but realistically, like, I don't think I would have it any other way. I think all single ladies should sit down on Valentine's Day and read romance books to understand and to remember to never settle. In moments like these, when it's tough, when you're seeing everybody in love, when you're seeing everybody happy, getting their flowers, getting their chocolates, getting their like plushies, you know what I'm saying? And you're just like, you want to fold. You want to fold and you want to download that Hinge app. You want to re-download that Hinge app. You want to unpause that account to those men that you know are not on your caliber. Okay, you want to lower your standards because you're like, oh well, it's just never gonna happen. No. Pick up a damn book. Pick up a damn romance book. If that's not something that will convince you to just wait and to just not lower your standards and to not settle, I don't know what will. Because I feel so content right now knowing that I have not met somebody that is a book boyfriend yet. I will not be settling for anything less than book boyfriend material. It just won't be occurring. Okay, you can argue with your mother about it. Don't argue with me. Just take this as a motivational lesson. By the time you're seeing this, Valentine's Day is past, but take this for next Valentine's Day. If you're single next Valentine's Day, just get you a little book. Because really, like, I feel no FOMO. I feel no desire. I'm like, because if it ain't this, I don't want it. Realistically, you can take it somewhere else. I made my meal. In the time since I've like last spoken to you, I've got my period. So it's just like vibes off, vibes ruined. But I said I was gonna watch this new Netflix show. It's the one that everybody's talking about called like One Day. It's like a UK, I don't know. All the girls are talking about it. They're bawling their eyes out, they're crying. But it's like, I will start it eventually, but I'm not in the mood to like it's like, this is why people have their comfort shows. It's just like so often I'm just not in the mood to like start something new, be introduced to new characters, new stories, new everything. Like, it sounds like a little bit mentally taxing right now. I was gonna look for women's basketball, women's college basketball, because I realized I missed one of Caitlin Clark's games, and that's an entertaining girl, man. Watching Caitlin Clark play basketball is one of the most entertaining things for my nights, but I missed it, and now I can't like rewatch it, because I would happily do that. Let me check all the streaming platforms that I'm shelling out endless amounts of money to. I don't know what I want to watch, and I've been sitting here for like the past 10 minutes just like scrolling to find something to watch. I want something kind of mindless. This is why I like The Bachelor, and this is why I love like reality TV, because it's like, it's just so mindless and easy that it like doesn't require commitment. Because also like, I don't want to be watching TV for the rest of the night. I would like to go back to my book. I had started Virgin River, the first episode. I can continue that. Or I could watch Suits. Even though Suits is like, it's like, Suits is something like I can watch. Like, I could watch it. I'm not enthralled and I'm not into it, but like I could watch it, but like I'm not gonna watch it. I think I'm just gonna put on Virgin River.
Hey, so should I just pull up a chart and grab a patient?
No.
No?
Until I can confirm that you are competent, no patients.
Welcome! Hi. Oh, I am sorry that my husband isn't here to greet you as well. He's doing a supply run in Grace Valley.